How to speed read people's minds to enhance our lives. Reading people's body language is one thing, reading it skillfully is quite another. When you are attempting to interpret what is going on in a person's mind, you have to make sure that you are doing it quite subtly. It will not do, of course, to keep staring at the person's face. You cannot do that. Your reading of the person's signals has to be quick and innocuous. The person should feel that you are just looking at them casually and that there is no ulterior motive behind your observing them when they interact with you. The other thing to remember is that you have to do it very quickly. You cannot linger your gaze on any part of their body. It gives out a wrong signal about yourself. You have to learn how to speed read people's body language. This chapter tells you how it can be done. Just a quick glance is enough to take in and interpret what a person is telling you without words. Also, when you are able to speed read, you are also able to adjust your reactions in such a way that they can have the most optimal results. In today's world, one comes across many people on a day-to-day basis. It may be a business purpose, an educational reason, or simply a need to talk with your family, friends, neighbors, etc. In such cases, there are situations when you have an offer, a request, or a simple invitation for which you would like to get the other person's response. You would like to know whether he or she agrees or disagrees to it. In this case, it is a good idea to make use of basic mind-reading tricks. Those people who know how to read a person's mind can easily make out what is going on in the other person's mind. As such, mind-reading tips and techniques are really beneficial in daily lives. Meditative practices. One great way to learn to read a person's mind is by yoga or meditation. Start taking the meditation classes. Meditation is a natural technique that starts disciplining the mind when you go through it daily. It will then completely let you alter your thinking and make your mind conscious. There is a state called alpha state that is a state between being awake and being asleep. Most psychics make use of this state. In this state, one is receptive to all impressions and is very relaxed. Sometimes in daily lives, anybody can get into this state, like when one gets dozed off when watching the television or when driving a vehicle. A usual and regular activity can get you into this alpha state. However, when one learns and practices meditation techniques or yoga, then he or she becomes aware and alert. They can then easily read others' mind and understand their responses. Putting ourselves in their shoes. The other way for reading a person's mind is to keep yourself in the opposite person's place. This way you can feel and understand better about what may be going in that person's mind. There have been researches and discoveries in the area of mind working. Scientists have got to a conclusion that the neurons in the brain make us alert when we see other person doing anything that we have done before. As such, when we can interpret these simple things, then we are able to interpret other person's mind and their responses and reactions. The importance of numbers. Another useful technique is to start communicating with lots of people daily. Build a good network of friends, acquaintances and other people. When you have a huge network of people you know, and you communicate with them quite often, then you gradually learn to understand people and their behavior and thinking by yourself. It is a practical formula to learn to speed read a person's mind. Your own practical knowledge and experience in dealing with all sorts of people will lead you to developing this skill. All these above points must be followed to develop a skill of speedreading others' mind. It is a beneficial skill so that you are not fooled or trust fake people. It helps you to understand the things well before committing.